And we're rolling.
Greetings all, I'm Review It Dan.
I'm a Taku Ken. As you can see, I've invented a new language. Join me. Next week we'll start talking Swedish Chef. On the bouncy meatballs.
Alright, so today's little episode, we're going to be talking about a couple things that have come up in recent events.
Gaming news, movie news, that sort of thing. I haven't seen it yet, but Review It Dan here will do a random talks similar to this one, only it will be strictly about the recent Deadpool 2 movie.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen it because I am poor.
Poor boy.
It is true. Anyways,
bring the notes up real quick.
Okay, first thing on the list, Kingdom Hearts 3.
3.
For a while now, I want to say, 2012, 2013, it was announced that they were making it.
Yeah, it was said, oh yeah, we're making it. But nothing else was... we saw a few things, pictures. After Birth by Sleep, that was 2011, was it?
Don't ask me.
Anyways.
I've only played the first two.
After Birth by Sleep, we saw trailers for the next game and all that stuff, but, the few games that came out from then and all were just small versions of the main game. Dream Drop Distance.
And if you pretty much have been living under a rock, you know that we have gotten confirmation that we will be getting a release date at the beginning of next month. Don't you think there's an event coming up at the beginning of next month that'll just, showcase nothing but games? I think it's something called E3.
No, it's 3E.
3E. But yes, it's believed that we will be hearing some Kingdom Hearts 3 news at E3, particularly a release date, which, let's be honest, we're all waiting for that.
Oh, so I did hear something about the Toy Story world.
What's that?
From what we've seen of Andy's house, yard, and the toy store, that's only 3% of that world.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
I mean, didn't 1 and 2 have very extensive worlds, but they were very linear?
Yeah. Like, they were a lot bigger than the first game. But, but there was more running around. First game was more centered along the lines of platform jumping kind of thing, in a way. Which, in my honest opinion, Kingdom Hearts 1 was a fun game, but the platforming did kill a little bit because how precise you had to be jumping.
And considering
on things.
what didn't the first one come out for PS2?
Yeah.
Yeah, PS2. Ooh.
It was great for its time, but looking back at it now, it's like, we used to play these games.
Crash Bandicoot is easier now than that it was.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the remastered Crash Bandicoot. The jumping in that's easier than the jumping in that game. You'd be like, I can make it. Oh, you're just that much short and you go, ah.
So, news about Kingdom Hearts 3, Wreck-It Ralph will be in it.
There are also, Wreck-It Ralph, Little Mermaid, Ariel. There'll be character summons where they'll come out and do a big attack or something like that. You'll also be able to summon Disney theme park attractions.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that for the Titan fight years ago when the trailer first came out. Yeah, years. I think 2 years.
The only two that I'm aware of, I could be wrong that there was more not, but we got the teacups, Mad Hatter teacups, and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Yeah.
Are there any others that I'm missing, or is that the only two that they?
There was one where it's like you put on these glasses and you shoot at things.
That's what it... Okay. I know this. Okay, it's either one of two things. It's either Toy Story Mania, or it's the Buzz Lightyear laser targeting game. It has to be one of those two.
Okay. One thing I noticed, though, for the Big Thunder Mountain ride, it looked like it was only available to the Titans. So maybe it was like big bosses. Maybe that's when it'll show up.
Well, there hasn't really been any confirmation on if they're like consumable items to use. Sort of like how in South Park, the Fractured But Whole, how you can summon the two hunters. The names escape me at the moment. You can also summon Moses. They consume items, and they are limited to how many times you can use it throughout the game unless you get to a certain point where you can buy them, but they're like really expensive. So I mean, they could do something like that. We'll just have to wait and see with that. Another thing, the transforming of the Keyblade into weapons.
It depends on what Keyblade you're using as well.
Exactly.
And you can switch out mid-battle.
Yeah, you can equip 3 at a time.
Oh, so it's not like you can just go to the menu and just switch out right then.
No,
It's just...
Well, I mean, they didn't say you couldn't do that, but I'm saying there's probably like I don't know, you'll probably use the joysticks, so it'll probably be like the D-pad on it would probably change out the thing. That's my guess anyways. There's no real... They haven't really, given much info on that. Anything else on Kingdom Hearts?
News related? Not really. Honestly, the way it looks like it's going to be more open world, which I'm really happy about.
All right. Next on the list, Steam is getting rid of games that are deemed too sexy, like Honey Pop.
Oh yeah.
Anything that is
revealing.
Well, I want to say anime term that I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Probably ecchi.
Ecchi.
Yeah. Anything that's deemed probably like that, I feel like is going to get targeted from this. They're trying to thin out the demographic of that for some reason.
Why don't you just split it though? Like if you're logged on 18 and older.
Well, that's the issue. You can if you create a new account, say you're a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where they're trying to avoid that sort of situation. But I mean, in any game platforms, you're going to miss this. I mean, heck, you go to GameStop, you're going to find that ignorant parent or grandparent that's going to buy Grand Theft Auto or Mortal Kombat or Left 4 Dead. All the rated M games, they're going to buy them for their little kid because they said they want it and they know nothing on video games.
Oh, like how when people went to go see Deadpool 1, they didn't see rated R for mature content and blame the movie and the actors.
Yeah.
I hate those kinds of people. I need to do a rant about that. I also need to do
Review at Dan's Random Rants coming soon. Anyways, anything you want to say on that before we move on to the next one?
Well, honestly, the one thing I have to say about that is it's a good idea, yet a bad idea at the same time. Most because these are game developers who are trying to make games for people. Mm-hmm. True, they're not the quote-unquote family-friendly games, but there's still a demographic out there who would still buy it. He would. Not.
Maybe, depending on my mood, if I had the money. I mean, I don't play games on Steam. I don't have I have a laptop. I don't have an actual computer that can run a lot of games on Steam.
Yeah.
Anyways, on to the next one. Retro is working on the next Star Fox.
Let's hope it's nothing with dinosaurs.
Was that on that Wii U version?
GameCube version.
Oh.
It was known as the worst Star Fox, actually.
How well was the one on the Wii U? Because that's like one of the Wii U games I did not get, mainly because, again, money.
Let's see. I think it did well. I'm not sure, though.
I'm going to have to go to GameStop and find one.
I really haven't heard news about it, honestly.
It's just been confirmed that they're working on it. There hasn't been much other than that.
It must have been good because they're making a new one now.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it was worth mentioning on this.
The one for GameCube, though, was pretty bad because it was supposed to be a different character entirely. A new character. Then all some last minute, let's make a Star Fox. With only 3 fly levels of the actual Star Fox game and running around adventure as Fox McCloud on a planet full of talking dinosaurs. I'm not even kidding. That's how
the animated version of Jurassic Park. Hi, how's it going?
I'm a Stegosaurus.
Let's see. What was it is planned for the Switch, that we do know. And that's about it. Other than that, they have not given a time frame or anything like that. If we find out any more information, we'll definitely bring it to you. Next on the list is one that I'm actually kind of excited for and afraid for.
Same here.
The titles have been leaked. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Supposedly, these are supposed to be Switch ports of Pokemon Yellow. Pretty much. Updated graphics and sort of things. And you're supposed to have 2 different versions Whereas in the original Yellow, you got Pikachu and your rival got Eevee, which I always thought was a pain in the butt because that Eevee is so versatile. Even more so now than it was back then.
So now this time in the new game, you can get the one that you get Pikachu or the one
you get Eevee. Yes. But I don't know how I feel about Pokemon Yellow being remade. Only because Pokemon Yellow was... Okay, for our younger audiences, Pokemon games came in sequences of 3 before a new generation came out. Before we had Black and White 2 and... we went X, Y, and then Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, where it came in pairs of 4, groups of 4. We had Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver Crystal. I'm sorry, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, etc. Yellow was a different version of Red and Blue, where it followed more on the original Pokemon anime, where you would get a Pikachu following you around and all that. You couldn't catch another Pikachu to get Raichu. That was one of my only gripes.
So basically, you could either evolve your Pikachu or just live with it.
You couldn't even evolve it. If you bought a Thunderstone, you tried to give it to the Pikachu, it would go, no. You would literally have to, if you evolved that one particular Pikachu, you would literally have to trade it to another game, evolve it, and then send it back.
Really?
Yes. But if you evolved it, it was no longer that Pikachu, so it wouldn't follow you anymore.
Veronica is mad. Like, you evolved me when I said no. I hate you.
They should have given us a way to evolve, get a Raichu. I'm just saying. Anyways, we've gotten very little detail. That's believed we'll get info on it towards the end of the month. I'm very curious where they're going to go, but again, I'm also going to be very afraid.
So updated graphics. You mean like
it's going to be for the Switch.
I know that.
Well,
are they going to be like still looking like the old retro kind of way? Or?
No. I don't know if they're going to go the same route they're doing with the next generation of Pokemon, because right now the rumors for the next generation of Pokemon is going to use the Unreal Engine, which I've showed you that video of someone using Pokemon models in Unreal.
Okay, yeah, and it looks really awesome.
Yeah, if they go that route, I could see it. I could see it being a little different, but like I said, I don't know how I feel about one of the tweaked versions of Pokemon being remade. Especially into 2 separate versions, because how does that affect the story? I mean, because in the Pokemon Yellow, it was around you having Pikachu as your partner.
I do remember that they did do an updated version of Ruby and Sapphire too.
Yes, but they didn't do a remaster of Emerald. They also did remasters of Gold and Silver. Again, they didn't do Crystal. This is where I'm getting the point at. I don't see how taking a singular game, splitting it into 2 separate entities, I'm afraid that's how it's going to be. Anyways,
okay.
Before we make this into a whole Pokemon video, Walmart actually had Walmart Canada, I should say, leaked images of potential games coming out for Xbox One, Switch, PlayStation 4. And they didn't have images on it. It was just like a blank box on it, and it would leak games like, well, honestly, none of them come to mind right now.
Smash Brothers or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, Smash Bros. Was one of them, thank you. Basically, they just leaked a bunch of games that's believed it's going to be announced at E3. And a lot that didn't really make sense. There was a couple on them that they were like, "This is that game just came out. Why are you in that? Why you put that there?"
For shame on them.
But as soon as they were put up, they were taken down. But someone did get a screenshot. I'm sure if you looked hard enough through social media, you'd find it.
Most likely. That's a kind of weird thing to do. Like an employee did it.
Who knows if it was an employee, if someone hacked it. I doubt someone hacked it. But it was a mistake. That's all we know.
All right. And the last one. I'll say this one. Deadpool beats Infinity War. It's opening weekend.
Which doesn't surprise me. Honestly, at this point, the game is no longer which movie does best at the box office. It says, how fast can the next Marvel movie beat the previous one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I can only imagine this on How Should Have Ended Cafe with the character from Infinity War sitting down like, Next to Batman, Superman going, look at that, we made so much money. Deadpool drives by, hey guys, look at all this money I made. It's twice as exact as yours is.
Has a convertible and it's like a mountain of money in the back. Oh my god! If I doubt they're watching this, but if you guys are watching the From How It Should Have Ended, if y'all are watching this, make that please. That'd be gold. You don't even have to give us money or anything. I mean, y'all can take the credit for that one. That's just gold. We just want to see it.
Alright, so here's what I'll say about Deadpool 2. No spoilers, because I want him to see this movie.
I probably won't see it until it comes out on Blu-ray and DVD.
Okay, so in my honest opinion, Deadpool 2 isn't better than Deadpool 1, nor is it less. It's honestly just the same amount. Different storyline. I mean, a different story entirely, but it's still Deadpool. You're gonna laugh. You'll even cry. You'll laugh and cry.
You'll cry because you're laughing.
Exactly. But, oh my gosh, characters come back. Deadpool is just Deadpool.
I mean, there's no really other way to explain it.
Oh, man. And even some surprise characters will be on there. One character I didn't even see coming.
You're not talking about Cable, are you? He was kind of already announced.
Oh, no. I mean the guy who we saw in the trailer with the metal arm. No, not Cable. No.
Thanos?
If Thanos made an appearance, I would be going, huh?
Somehow they're slowly tying this into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Anyways, no, they're not.
But, just say this. The, I guess, bad guy of the film came out of left field for me.
So you weren't able to guess it like you were able to do in Wreck-It Ralph?
No. Like, this guy comes out of nowhere. Like, all you know about him is, because you see him in the prison thing, right?
Okay.
On the trailer. When they're talking, the kid says, I'm going to shank the biggest guy here. The biggest guy there is behind, like, feet of concrete that he can't break out. You don't know who he is. All you hear is a rumble. Basically almost like that. So, if you saw the movie, please don't leave any spoilers down in the comments.
If you do, we'll delete it quickly.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that right now.
Final words?
Maximum effort.
What?
Maximum effort.
On what?
I don't know. Deadpool.
This guy. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you for tuning in to Random Blast, our Random Talk series. This is, I guess you can kind of call it a podcast, sort of. I don't know how long this video is going. Hopefully not too long. Hope you enjoyed us talking about news. We're going to try to make this a weekly, bi-weekly thing. Maybe some game news, movie news, who knows? And maybe even if we find something about the YouTube's algorithm, we'll talk about it. Who knows?
Oh, there is good news, though. I have to say this before anything else.
Oh, it's about net neutrality, isn't it?
He got it right! You're the winner!
What'd I win?
Your internet.
Well, I mean, if I won the internet, shouldn't that mean I'd be getting all the money from YouTube?
So, let me rephrase that. Your internet freedom.
But yeah, Congress has repealed net neutrality's changes from the FCC, which means you are no longer restricted through your internet providers, which is good for us and good for you.
And good for the people who like to take their computers into the bathroom for long periods of time.
Let's not talk about your brother right now.
He don't do that. He has a wife.
That still doesn't stop him.
Well, Luckily just plays games.
Anyways, guys, I'm Otaku Kent.
I'm Review It Dan. I hope you all had a blast.
Don't forget to stay a little random and spread the word about us. We love you. Hope to see you guys again soon.
Later.